Hello everybody, it is me, the Invincible Fireboy, back for a new video. And in this video, we are going to talk about Inferno's latest video. Yes, I'm farming Inferno. Okay. In that video, he was talking about the Ender Dragon, partially, right? And well, I love Minecraft, so I decided I'm gonna take it upon myself to correct the videos or check the videos basically. I don't know why I'm doing this. Use Steam. Okay. Yes. So I decided I wanted to just correct some facts or some overestimations and underestimations. And then just some cool stuff I learned. Because I learned. So first I want to start off this video about this new ability that the Ender Dragon has. Okay, I didn't get to you to show it, but don't worry. We have a hole right here. Oh, why are you down there? How are you down there? Okay, yes. So now I have an Ender Dragon. Okay, I'm gonna put it here. You see what happens to it? It goes through the blocks. And it's not like they made a tunnel after they broke the bedrock. They just went through those blocks. Okay? So that's a bit weird. Yes. I don't think anyone would know that. I was just testing out the Ender Dragon. And I happened to find that. I was trying to just put it in a box. So yeah, it managed to fly out. So basically, the Ender Dragon has an ability where it can warp through a block. Yep, like that. I feel like all mobs have that ability. I'm not sure, but the Ender Dragon most definitely does. And also just look at how buggy it is outside of the end. Okay, so yeah, it can. That's basically how it works. If it wants to, it can literally just phase through blocks. I don't think anyone knows this, but this is the type of uselessness I do every day. So yeah, the Ender Dragon can phase through blocks. This doesn't really change much, but I just wanted to say. Okay, it's one of those things I just find funny. Okay, yeah. Next, Inferno had said that a iron golem weighs as much as a humpback whale. Now, this itself is wrong because the iron golem weighs the lower estimates of a humpback whale. But still, I guess it does weigh around the same size as a humpback whale, which is 23 tons. It weighs 23 tons. While most humpback whales weigh 30 to 40 tons. But the major estimates are from 25 tons to 45 tons. So it's before the smallest estimates. And I'm saying estimates because we don't see much humpback whales we can measure because, we just can't. They're sea creatures. It's hard to find their size in the sea, and only a few of them are found whale beach, or I forgot what the word is, but yes. So yeah, we barely know how big it can be. So yeah, the iron golem weighs 23 tons, which is still a lot. Like, this guy weighs as much as 3 sous, or no, two sous. Yes, he weighs as much as 2 sous. By sous I mean the T-Rex. So yes, we were also going to say that the Ender Dragon can do as much power as a humpback whale because it could do knockback to the iron golem. Now, props to Inferno for even thinking about the iron golem. I wouldn't. Because I don't really know. I'm just stupid. So yeah, in fact, he grossly underestimated the power of the Ender Dragon by saying it was as powerful as a humpback whale. And let me introduce entity cramming. It really doesn't exist on Bedrock, but it's still basically the same. I was about to spawn. Okay. Entity cramming is where within a single block there can be 44 entities. In Bedrock Edition, it pushes the 45th entity, while in Java, it kills the 45th entity by suffocation. So, within one block, there can be 44 iron golems. Now, the way the Ender Dragon works is that it can, in fact, break any, or not break, knock back any mob it touches. So it doesn't quantify the amount of mobs nearby. It will just do knockback equally to all of them. So if we take 44 iron golems and put it in a single block, in the flight path of a attacking Ender Dragon, or not attacking, charging Ender Dragon, all 44 of them will go flying. Which is one of the problems of game physics. It's different. But I'm not a power scaler, so if you guys think this is wrong, fine, I guess. But from what I understand of power scaling, because I'm not a power scaler, I just said, right, I don't really like power scaling, but everyone uses power scaling. So yeah, by that it means that the Ender Dragon can put the power and also take the power of 88 souls, right? Because one golem is the weight of 2 souls. Because, well, Sue is 11 tons, the golem is 23, so basically 2 Sues. So yeah, he can literally put the pressure or weight or power of lifting 88 Sues. And I don't know how Ender Dragons work fully, so maybe they can do damage for more than one block, which means it can multiply its power infinitely. Okay, so the amount of it is just going to be. This is the problem with power scaling. Okay, you will somehow just tend to break it. That's how power scaling works. It's just you're overloading everything, and I don't like power scaling. So yeah, Inferno has grossly underestimated the power of the Ender Dragon. I thought like Toothless would win immediately, but no. Don't ask why I spawned a widow. I'm just bored. Okay. Don't I thought Toothless would just win. In a comment on my, I commented on Inferno's post, and I'd say Toothless would just, it would be easy for Toothless, and no, it's not easy at all. Because now I decide, but this is power scaling, so of course it's going to be different. In a real fight, without power scaling and just real how it would work in a fight, a 90% chance that Toothless would win. That's basically just because of Toothless's speed and attack power. You know, Toothless can literally break the sound barrier, which is something. Then he has around 10 charges of like his fireball thing. Which, speaking of, I just remembered the Ender Dragon's fireball can deal knockback to iron golems, and the fireball is itself as powerful as the Ender Dragon. Okay, So yeah, I don't see how much. This is the problem with power skating, especially for video games. But in a real fight, I would say that Toothless would probably win. After some time, Toothless would probably understand that each crystal would be regenerating the dragon, so he might try to break the crystals. And now this is where Toothless might lose. The 10% chance. And that isn't because Jean is going to kill him. It's just mostly because Toothless was too curious. Or just a bit stupid. I mean, it's not his fault, but still. If Toothless has used a single charge before trying to... I just got a message. Wow. Okay, I blurred that. Hopefully. Maybe. Okay. So if Toothless does in fact wait, I want a bridge. I don't know why. Don't mind me, I'm just bored. This is what I do when I'm bored, guys. Whee! So yes, Toothless would probably not be able to destroy all the crystals. And if you don't know, or if you don't play any crystal PvP, crystals are very, very powerful. Like, you need a totem of undying and maybe a notch apple to not die. And I mean, shields also work. Do you think a shield would work? I don't know. I mean, it does work, but for Toothless, would it work? Okay, that'd be kind of funny, but yeah. If Toothless just manages to not, like, if he spends a single one of his charges on the dragon instead of the crystals, well, then chances are he'll die. Because you don't want that crystal blowing up on your face. And also chances are the Ender Dragon would still regenerate. So, and also I'd like to think of the world where Toothless is actually somehow slow enough or dumb enough to let Jean hit her or hit him, and then Toothless goes flying. But this is not my opinion or my answer to who would win, Toothless or the Ender Dragon. Okay, now let me tell you my true answer. And that is, and the Ender Dragon and Toothless will not fight. Okay? If you saw in the background, the Ender Dragon does not even attack iron golems. The Ender Dragon does not attack villagers. Okay? I don't know why the player is wanting to kill the Ender Dragon. Okay? The Ender Dragon barely did anything. Like, the Ender Dragon did, yes, in fact, try to kill the player. But only the player. I want it to be day. And I also want the weather to be clear. Okay, good. So yeah. I don't think they'd fight at all. As I said, the Ender Dragon really doesn't care against anything except Endermites, Endermen, and the player. So I don't know why we think Toothless would fight. I mean, just look at them. They're both dragons who don't have a species of themselves, and they are the last remaining survivors of those species. I mean, of course, Toothless did find a light fury, but I don't really care. The third movie was bad. Okay, I'm sorry, but it was. I didn't like it. So yeah, two specimens who are the last of their kind and who look strikingly similar with a lot of black and purple, and both of whom don't pick fights for no reason. Why the hell do you think that they would fight each other? Okay? Like, from whatever we know from the Minecraft lore, the Ender Dragons were really social, especially with other dragons. They wouldn't even fight, okay? Toothless and the Ender Dragon. I don't know why, okay? Truly, if you want my opinion, that's my opinion. That's my answer, okay? That's what you're gonna get. So my opinion, they don't fight. Power scaling wise, Gene wins. And just really who would win in an actual non-power scaling fight, that would be Toothless. That is all for this video. I actually thought I'd make it a short, but then I realized there's much more to talk about, or much more that I wanted to talk about. And Inferno actually did well, which is surprising. You know, most people who don't cover Minecraft usually, their Minecraft content is usually not good. Wait, should I just try to? Nope. Why did I do that? Anyways, Inferno's video was actually amazing. Go check out his channel. If I remember, I will in fact me failing to IC bridge. Okay. If I remember, I will also put his link in the description. I might not. I don't know. I forget stuff. So check out Inferno. Please sub to me. I want subscribers. I'm starting a new channel, most probably at least. I'm pretty sure I am. Which will be my new main channel. And this shall be my second channel. So in our main channel, we're gonna do more sciencey stuff. And basically that. But here we're gonna game. And we're also going to just doing stuff that I just want to. For no reason. So yeah. That's all for this video. Like, subscribe, share, do everything. And yeah. Goodbye, good people.